Rachel here from Beads by Nichole. As always, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up and do pop me a note in the comments below so I know you were present. It's not one of my patterns, but I have adapted it and changed it a little bit. So let me show you what we're going to be making. So let's get in close. So these are the same Czech triangles. The other one I've done is I've actually adapted it to a ring. So it's quite ornate, quite bold, but I rather like it. So here you've got obviously the same design, and on the back I've made a Peyote Band, which obviously you can custom make that. So first of all, you need a needle. I use a size 10 needle. Sometimes you need a smaller needle, which is a size 12, to go through the smaller seed beads. You just need 1 metre of thread. And then, I don't know if you could see them, but these are quite small. They come in packs of 20 and they're little triangles. When I'm saying use a 3mm, that's just literally the size of the crystal. And fire polish, when I say fire polish, that's just the finish on it. It's just a finish that the Czechoslovakian beads have. We're going to use size 11 seed beads. Now, the higher the number for the seed beads, the smaller they are. So we're working with 15s as well, which are really tiny beads. I think that's it for now, but if there's anything you're not sure of, and when I say reinforce, that just means go back round where the thread path that you've just done. Czech triangles, 3mm crystals, size 11. Oh, you can just about see the size 15s there. What I'd recommend is that with this pattern, lay out 6 of each triangle, so you need 12 in total. You can use the same colour. Lay out 6 crystals and just some of the random amount of the beads. The reason why is when I've done it before, it is so easy to make a mistake and not realise that you've actually used all of your triangles. So we're going to use a size 11 seed bead and a size 15. And we're going to alternate between the two until we've got 12 beads on there. Okay, that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we've got 12 beads on there. And we're just going to have a small tail. Now I am going to actually go back round to form a loop, but there are some different branded seed beads that are really difficult to get your needle through. So if that's the case with yours, you might want to skip this bit and just go straight to the bit that I'll show you in a moment, which is where we tie a knot. Now, sorry if my hands get in the way. So I'm forming a circle, and also if you have any questions, pop them in the comment thread. So there we go, we've made a circle and we're just going to tie one side against the other. Like that. Okay, now what we're actually going to do is we're going to just start forming our first part. So I'm going to go through a size 11 seed bead. Then I'm going to add on one of our 3mm crystals. After the crystal, you need a size 11 seed bead. Okay, so far so good. So we're going to get the other colour that sits at the back and we're going to pop it through So we're now going to add a size 15 seed bead, a size 11 and a size 15. Okay, come back to this and we're going to step into the second hole of the triangular bead we've just added. Pull through. So those sit at the back. Now the most difficult part is actually getting the tension right, but it's easier when you get down to the next bit. So just flip that over. So I'm going to line up my triangle and I'm going to go through that side. Hopefully you can see that. Now it's slightly different at the side at the start as it is to the rest. I am going to reverse the process. I'm going to add a size 11 seed. I'm going to add a 3mm crystal. And then I am going to go through the next size 15 in the row. I'm hoping you can see that. Let me just see if I can zoom in a bit more. And pull. Can you see how those have all tightened up now? We're going to go back up through that 3mm bead and pull. So there you can get a nice tension. So we're going to go all the way around using this principle. So I'm going to add another size 11 seed bead. We are going to go through the other hole. Another triangle at the back. So you see how that sits. A 15, an 11 and a 15 seed bead. Go back through the other hole of that silver bead. You're going to pick your other tri bead up. There. Now I'm just going to pick that up. I'm hoping you can see that. Move that tail out the way. I'm going to go through the next size 11 seed bead in the round. So I'm going to go back up through that crystal. I'm just going to do a little bit more and then we're going to switch to my pre-made one. Right, so another size 11. Right, so I'm just adding the triangle and then size 11, a 3mm. Oh, let's go out a little bit more. Let's pick that up. And we are going to go, you got it, through the next size 11 in the round. Now I'm just going to quickly zoom into that so that you can see where we're at. Let's just turn that round. Okay, so this is your centre part and you're bringing all of these beads off of the size 11s. So you've got the green one, so can you see how that's sitting? So you would carry on until you get to the last triangle. So I am going to show you the last one and I'm going to zoom back in again. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of one colour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of that colour. And what you need to do is you need to join that up. And it kind of doesn't feel natural because it feels like you're going to buckle it, but you do need to buckle it. So this is the silver one here, and I'm attaching it to the first green one in the round, like so. And all I'm going to add is an 11, and then I'm going to go down that shared 3mm, and then that should pull it in. So if you're doing this, that is how it sort of puckers in. Let's just show you the back. All right, so it does collapse. It's not really in its full form at the moment. Okay. Now I need to actually make sure I anchor that into the 15. I'm going to go through the 3mm, I'm going to go through the right hand size 11 seed, 3 size 15 seed beads, and then you go back in the second hole and then through the size 11. Then you're going to add a size 11. I will zoom in a bit because I don't think you can see it that well. Right, so I'm adding a size 11 and I'm shimmying along to the next one that sits in front of the right triangle. I'm adding another 3, adding another 3 size 15s, go back down through the size 11. Hopefully that's in view. Then I'm adding an 11 and going up through the next 11 in the round. So I'm going to add size 15 seeds. So I just do one more, going through the 11, see the back? There's only one stage left other than the bail. So I'm going down there, through the back, and adding 3 15s. I've put all of those 15s on. I've just got the last one to do. So you just want to manoeuvre your needle so that you bring it towards the back. So when I say thread path, that just means follow a path where you're not going to be seeing any of the thread. So what I'm aiming at is coming out through one of those silver ones at the back. Go through the 15 and then through the middle pink. Let's get that tail out of the way. Now we're going to add 3 size 11 seeds and pass the needle through the next group. 1, 2, 3. Pass it through the next group like that. And you want to start coming, so we flip it over. Hopefully you can see that. 1, 2, 3. So this bit's quite quick. oh, last one. So on the last one, you go through the first one. Okay, now when I say reinforce, that means go all the way back round. So I'm just going to quickly do that. So we've got a nice 3D effect flower. Okay. So and obviously you can change the combination. You could have the same colour, or you could do different contrasts, but I just love the way that sort of sits up. I am just going to show you how you do the bail. So you're going to go through this little 15 here, 15, the small seed bead. Now if I just show you this one, what you might want to do is actually, when you're making that bail, is actually put a little loop ring in there, so it's a bit easier to thread your necklace. So I'm going to add, you just go through the size 15 just over the bridge in the other one. So you'd reinforce that by going back round again. I'm not going to do that for time, I'm just going to show you how to tie off. So I'm going to push my needle in between two beads and make a knot, and you do that in 2 to 3 separate places. And I would always suggest that you push your needle through a couple of beads before you trim off. I would also tie that off as well, but for speed I'm not going to do that today. Alright, so that's what we've got. Isn't that pretty? So, how did you find that? Do you think you would be able to give it a go? If you want the latest news and info, please subscribe to my newsletter on my website, beadsbythechill.co.uk. Also on there you can book workshops where I'm doing them online and you get a kit sent in the post. There's patterns that you can buy as well, and there's also kits as well. Take care everybody, and thank you so much. Bye.